Well, here's a doozy of a problem. We're going to perform the indicated operations. We're going to multiply and divide these fractions. Let's first take care of that division. We don't want to divide. We want to multiply by the reciprocal, which would be an x squared minus 9 in the numerator now, and x squared minus 4x plus 3 in the denominator. The other two fractions remain the same. So if we're going to actually try and multiply these fractions together, I think we'll reduce first, making our life a little more simply. 6 minus x does not factor, but you know, I'm noticing everywhere else the x squared seems to be coming first. So I'm going to rewrite this as a minus and switch it around, x minus 6. In our next numerator, again to factor, you want to take out what's common. We can take out the x, and that leaves us with an x minus 3. And our last numerator is the difference of perfect squares. We're going to write the same thing twice, one with a plus and one with a minus. So the same thing as x and 3, one with a plus and one with a minus. In the denominator, we have a trinomial. There's nothing common to all three terms, so we'll use two sets of parentheses, break down the first term, break down the last term, a couple of choices, 1 and 6, 2 and 3. I think I'll go with that 1 and 6 because the signs are the same, and I want a negative 7. And there we have it. Our next denominator does not factor, so I just put it inside parentheses. And our last denominator is another trinomial where there's nothing common to all three terms. So I'll break down the first term. No choices. To break down the last term, I have to use 1 and 3. The signs are going to be the same. What they're going to be is subtraction. So there we go. Now we're ready to reduce. When reducing, you want to find a common factor in both the numerator and the denominator. So if there's plus signs involved, it's all or nothing. That's why we're using parentheses. We have an x plus 3 in the denominator and an x plus 3 in the numerator. We have an x minus 6 in the denominator, and now we have an x minus 6 in the numerator. Anything else? This x minus 1 is in the denominator, but so is this one, so we can't not reduce those. And it looks like that's all we can do. So let's write our answer so it's nice and clean and easy to read. We have a negative sign. We have an x followed by parentheses, x minus 3. And in the denominator, we have an x minus 1, but we have that twice. So I'm just going to put a little 2 here, save myself a little bit of ink, and there you have it.